keep it, right?
That's why I have these boobs.
I'm not saying the size.
The disease.
There's a lot of female cancers coming up.
Disease.
A lot of female cancers
No,
coming
there
up.
is.
A lot. And I truly believe because emotion and disease are one and one, you can link the two together. There's people 32, 33 coming up with ovarian cancer, can't have kids. Perhaps when you talk to them, you realize it's because of rape, or it's because of so many failed relationships, or it's because they see mama getting hurt and they internalize it and they love spot. It goes deep, but we can begin to start changing that reality. You know, we can't say somebody's been a victim of rape, talk to them, it's okay, and send them off. We have to do our part with them to help them dig up that experience and be like, this was hard. I know it was hard, but this can benefit you. Matter of fact, as jacked up as it seems, it's the only reason it happened was for a benefit for you to gain something to share with some other people. Once we can start having those realities, we can help other people get ready, but it really, really does start with us. So before the new year comes and you guys make this hardcore meal plan and you're gonna stick to it, before you do that and expect it to work, know that the work really begins inside you. And it's not always easy, but it's necessary. And once you take those steps, you will be supported. Books like mine, groups like this are here to support you. But we have to stop supporting ourselves in fallacy. Let's all go out and work out together. But you talking crap to yourself inside, and you talking crap to the girl that walk in because she got a little cellulite. We're not getting nowhere. Because once we're all really working on ourselves, all we can do is see each other for who we really are. That's a beautiful soul trying to get herself together. When I see people, I see some people in my area, 400 pounds. But they running. They're better off than me if I'm just looking at them. You know, you got to commend people for taking that first step because that takes courage.
And I got to be honest with what you're saying, like where I started working out at. I haven't told the ladies this yet, but I'm getting a little sense that I'm like being laughed at a little bit. A little bit, you know, I feel the shade. But I told myself last night after my workout class, or it was Friday night, I was like, you know what? Don't even pay no attention. Because at the end of the day, I could be out here not doing anything and letting my condition get worse, being even more overweight. Or I could be in this dang gym, working out and doing what I need to do, and just letting all that just go out the window. Yeah, I'm a big woman, and there's gonna be things flapping all over the place. So I'm here to work out and do what I'm supposed to do.
There it is. And now what we're going to do with that is take that. I want to challenge all you guys. If you guys may share it, that'd be good. Can you guys think of the one emotional thing that's holding you back the most? What's the heaviest thought that you have? We all have them. It's just us here. We all have them. See, this is where it starts. Because, if we can't be comfortable enough to be honest with ourselves, it's good. The book is awesome. It's a great read, getting great reviews. But I want you to work it. If it don't start now, you here. Why are you here? Why are you here? So I told you my heaviest thought with my sugar. I was always complete stuff because I was ignoring myself. I call that spiritual suicide. See, we think suicide is somebody taking a gun to their head and blowing itself off. But suicide is walking every day. You're alive, but you're not living the life you want to live. Suicide means killing yourself. And that kills you because it manifests as heart disease. Because your heart's heavy, because you're not really loving yourself. And that manifests into lower back pain, which is where we carry all of our stress. That's suicide. To wake up every day and be in pain, that's suicide too. That don't get honored. So it has to begin with, where's the heavy thought that you're carrying? What's that one negative mindset that you can get over, life will become different? Anybody want to share that? Anything?
I go, mine is fear of failure. Because I know that my journey and story, the background of my story and where I come from, I feel like I have something to prove to certain family members, family members, mainly family members, and certain family members who are no longer here, who I adore and love, and one that is here, who I adore and love, and who I want to make proud. So that fear of failing, especially since I've always been like the odd child as well, creative, more like, want to walk my own journey, want freedom, and so I always take major risks that might not seem like logical to those people, and they want me to walk a certain path, but I've always walked to my own beat.
Sure.
So making sure that I succeed in that beat, and making sure that it's like I have to prove, like, no, I'm doing this and I'm doing it, I'm going to succeed. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I better succeed. Like, it's like, I better do this so I can prove that I was right,
Yeah.
And so in that manifests, like, sometimes I'll, like, hold myself back from doing certain things to stay in the safe space so that I don't fail, So it creeps up in different areas. And so in that, I'll I'm too worried thinking about what they're thinking. So I'll not eat, or I just want to eat sugary foods, just because I want to.
Because you didn't finish walking out.
Yeah, didn't finish, And so, but doing self-work, of course, over the years, and staying consistent in my self-work, getting out of my own way, is what helps me manage that, and to think about what's best for me, what do I want to do, and keep that fight in me because it's in me, and stop letting that, because no matter how strong-minded and strong-willed you are, you're going to have that little voice in your ear, those messages, that you hear, that tries to hold you back, but, continue to stay of that fight and keep going is, what I've worked on over the years, and keep pressing, and especially starting this business, it crept up so deep on me, like, and the risk that I'm about to take with my son and homeschooling him, like, it creeps up because they want, I know the path that they want me to lead, but I'm like, no, this is what I feel I should do. So. And being back to the bit, like, starting this business, making sure that I'm successful in this business, because they'd rather me be in a prestige job, 9 to 5, working, for somebody, go get my degree, and I don't want to do that. Like, I want to do it when I want to do it, and this is the path that I was spiritually called to do, and to serve others. And
there's
so,
no guarantee that you're going to get what you want.
Yeah.
Out of what you desire from a degree. It might work for some people, and you can never take that away. But what about the grassroots entrepreneur like yourself?
Yes,
sometimes
exactly.
it takes doing that. Like,
and
and
so
becoming successful that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the degree.
Yeah, that is.
I'm an entrepreneur myself. Like she was saying, I got 2 masters and a bachelor.
Yeah.
And I have my own business. I don't even use degrees.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So making sure that I'm in this business, it triggers the voices trigger me. Like, are you going to succeed in this? You have to succeed. So, like, events that I put on when I don't see, like, the numbers that I want to see, it's like, oh, it's like a crush to my heart because I'm, like, so passionate. So that, so that it just, so keeping that grind going and not letting that fear, and just keep pressing, keep fighting is what is my thing to your question.
First of all, numbers mean nothing.
Yes.
You rather it be 8 people here that are receptive than 1,000 people that are just there to be there. We ain't got time to waste.
Girl, say that one more time.
I don't even know what I just said.
We don't have time to waste. We don't have time to waste.
That is bottom line.
Yeah,
Like,
time
you
is
don't
the
wanna-
most precious commodity that we have, and we all have the same amount of time.
Right.
But I want to tell you this. The people that tell you to follow their path and do this is because they didn't have the courage to do what they were doing. Understand that. So when you follow their path, you making them not question themselves. Oh, good. When you step out and do something different, you're showing them the courage that they did not have. And that feeling has not gone anywhere within them. Who are you to be doing what you feel you should be doing? Because I didn't choose to do it. So you're making them see themselves. So for that, I say keep doing it. Get them uncomfortable. Because it's never too late for them to make the decision to do what they want to do. I realized that quick. Keep making y'all uncomfortable. I don't care how much I fail, because I don't fail, I learn. Failure is when you don't get the lesson. Failure is not when you lose money. Failure is when you don't get the lesson. Once you get it, you good. Because all of our lessons look different ways. Whether it's losing jobs, or losing relationships, it don't matter. Just get it. But keep making them uncomfortable. But just make sure that along your path, you're not doing stuff to keep them quiet.
Yeah, I know. See?
Do it for yourself.
I'm just saying, just make sure that.
Yeah.
Because they've buried their subconscious so long, you still hear a scream. And you're that scream. Like, that noise keeps going on. So keep doing it. That's okay. Because if anything, you're doing it for you and your son and your legacy. You can't change about no one by force, but you can change the path of your life and your son's life. So you're just courageous and they're not in the moment. That's all that is. So keep going. Keep going. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. I was going to add to your question. Mine's a little different though, because now, at 37, I'll be 38 in a couple of weeks.
Woohoo!
I'm like thinking about, okay, well, I'm ready to be married. I'm ready for a husband. Like, God damn it, I'm not gonna hide it. I'm not gonna pretend.
That's right.
Like, forget that. Like,
owning it. You gotta own it.
I'm owning it. So I'm always in my mind wondering, like, what is it? Like, okay, yeah, maybe men are aesthetic or visual. They're visual creatures. So I always think, well, I mean, I'm a bigger woman. I'm not your average size woman.
That's it right there.
Yeah. Yep.
You think that.
You think.
Yeah. No guy has told you, I'm not marrying you because you look good. That's all you. You're putting that odor out there. Once you start to tell yourself, I'm curvaceous, I'm happy and healthy, and I'm working to get better, you're going to attract somebody who's like, I'm working to get better too. What's up? It's not about, remember I just said that earlier, as soon as I lose 5 pounds, I'm going to get this. Or if my forehead wasn't so big, I'll get that. That's the same thing. As soon as I lose weight, I'll attract my husband. No.
That's how I feel. I'm like,
I'm telling you. So it's not them.
It's you.
So the question is, why are you blocking yourself from a reality that you want based on something that you've never had? You're creating, you are painting the picture of reality based on what you see on TV or what you see married people around you. It ain't got nothing to do with it. I truly believe the Creator did not make us here to be alone. The person that you want wants you, but you got
blocking it.
Baggage.
Blocking it.
you do.
Yeah, huh? You just said it. And we have it on tape. We have it on video.
But no, for real though, I'm kind of like, somebody said that.
I got it.
Everybody has baggage. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, I might have the physical baggage, but like emotionally, like spiritually, I don't really carry a lot of baggage.
It's right there.
One begets the other.
Right.
If you have this baggage is a result of the emotional baggage that you're carrying, because the emotions is make you eat the foods that you eat.
No, I eat because I like to eat.
We all eat. I mean, we all gotta eat. I get that. No, I'm not saying
That's what I'm probably my butt likes to eat.
No, but that's the thing. Latifa, do I eat?
Oh yeah.
Do
Look.
I eat a lot?
Look.
Hear what I'm saying?
All day.
We all like to eat. I'm not saying that. But one begets the other. Emotions carry a weight. That's why you see some skinny people in the same position as you. I want to get married. Where's my mate? AKA Halle Berry, she getting married, but she can't stay that way. It's the same weight. It just manifests on some differently. But understand, you can't see a broken heart, but it's there. You can't see a stressed mind, but it's there, maybe covered up with some mask. Little bang, everybody do like little bangs in the face now, but it's there.
Yeah.
So what I'm telling you is, there is no if, when I do this, then this will happen. The time is now.
I'm telling you, time is now. I need to get married.
Yes. So I need you to take off that, well, I'm a big woman,
Right.
so maybe that's why. Take that first part off. I know skinny people, big people, tall people, midgets, everybody getting married.
I'm telling you.
But
I'm like, what?
It took me 35 years to get married. I never weighed more than 138 pounds prior to getting pregnant. Ain't got nothing to do with weight. Stop. Ain't got nothing to do. Before I delivered my daughter, I was almost 200 pounds. Ain't got nothing to do. Now that's in there. So that's a whole other story.
Wow.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with that. You are ready to be married once you tell yourself you're ready to be married. But you don't want to just be married. You define the kind of marriage you want. I want a supportive husband. I want a husband that's going to love me at 210, 110, 310, you know, because we're going to work through it. I want someone who wants to build up my character and build up my... I want someone who wants to build a legacy with me. You don't want just a husband that paid the bills.
Right.
Define it.
Then that's what you want.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, right.
Like, I don't want to tell you what you want.
Right.
What you want.
No, I
You
feel
know?
you. No, I feel you.
So, but it begins with you not saying, well, because I'm a big girl, stop. That has nothing
Well,
to
but
do
and
with
then,
it.
but then another thing I think about is like, well, I am on the West Coast, and I've been saying forever that I want to get.
Oh my
But
goodness.
West Coast because.
But I ain't got
Oh
that
my
ain't no-
goodness.
ain't no-
Oh my
They
goodness.
ain't looking at. They ain't checking for people.
Okay.
Look, we done lived in Atlanta. Look, we from the West Coast and lived in ATL.
Oakland. You know,
Nah.
I'm from San Diego. 6% white. I mean black. 6%.
Yeah.
ATL.
6%. I can't stress that. We grew up in Southeast San Diego. Southeast San Diego is where all the people like myself went. You either your family migrated from Mississippi and Texas and all that, or military. My dad was in the military. That's how we got there. Ain't no other reason we would have been in San Diego.
Okay.
But it's a heavy military community.
Yeah.
So Southeast San Diego, you notice all the black people are the southeast part of everywhere. I don't know why I said it, but it's true everywhere. Every city I go to. But we were all there. And being that we're 6% of the entire population, the majority of us was concentrated in this area. There was good-looking guys, there's the athletes, there's the people whose family come from money, there's the thugs. We dated them all because that's all we had to date. I dated athletes, I dated felons. You know? It doesn't matter where you at physically. It matters where you're at emotionally. It matters where you're vibrating at. And even with that on the West Coast, let me tell you my story. I was 28 years, I dated a dude, thought I was going to get married to him. He ended up being an adulterer. I said, I ain't dealing with this because, I can't. You fine and everything, he was. But I was like, I can't. Engineer, fine, six-pack, but I can't deal with that. See, I'm not willing to compromise how you look with how I feel. I was just like, no, I'm not going to do it. Moved to Atlanta. Didn't have no man, didn't have nothing. I had enough money, I bought a townhome out there. That's what I did have. Well, I lost it, so I had it, yeah. I lost it, but I gained so much more. I went out there and thought, this is black man, this is black people heaven. If I can't find someone here,
Come on.
I just can't find it. I'm just going to go be a monk or something. I'm just not going to work. I was in Atlanta for 5 years
What?
before I met my husband. And you know when I met my husband? When I declared I surrendered. I was living in Decatur. I walked outside, stopped dating this dude again. And I said, I surrender whatever I need. I stepped outside. I said, whatever I need to learn, just let me learn it. And a peace came over me. I felt it. And I was okay. I was like, all right, Sasha, you can work on Sasha. You can work on Sasha. I was like 34. I'm like, okay, 33, 34. This is going to be interesting. So my first solution was, I'm going to move out the country. I'm going to take a couple months. I'm going to bounce around. I didn't have any kids. I was taking care of my nephews, but I didn't have any biological kids. So I was, I'm going to go to a country and see what's out there and just see where I want to be. I've learned in Atlanta. I've dated a lot of frogs. I'm done. I said, I'm going to go to Belize because it's tropical and it's warm and they speak English and it's not too far. I'm gonna go
Brothers
there.
are fine from Belize.
Check this out. So got rid of my place. My brother, he's not my biological brother, we've been friends since we're 12. He said, meet me at the spot. This is right after I stopped dating. It was like a couple months later. And I was happy in my alone space because I was doing work on me. I was hearing me. I was journaling. I was close, working out, just enjoying life for once, unattached to everything except myself. Not based on if I had to do, because at this point I wasn't even dating. It was just me. I go to work, come home, like that was my routine. He said, meet me at a spot. And I was like, it was October. It was an unusually warm October, like summer dress warm October. I was like, I'm going to go out. You going to pay? I'm going to go out. So I drove to the spot. I got there. And he said, call me when you're outside. I called him. He said, I have something to tell you. I'm like, what? I got someone here for you. I said, I can't. I don't like blind dates. I can't believe that. I was like, well, I'm here, so what the heck? I'm here. Going to the spot. It was a friend's birthday party. It was my brother and 3 guys. I knew 2 of them, so by default, I knew who the one had to be. I was like, okay. and I meet him eating chicken wings, buried in chicken wings. At the time, I wasn't a vegan, so I don't care. I was like, it has to be this guy buried in chicken wings. I go, what the heck? So I said hi to the other guy, and he was like, you know, Will, this is Sasha. Sasha, this is Will. And he was like, because he didn't know either. We were both blindsided. So wiped his hands. He's like, hey, how you doing? You know, we ended up talking, and we've talked every day since, and we've been married.
Oh,
And I'm saying that to say, it was unplanned, it was unwarranted. I didn't want it. All I had to tell him was no, I'm not going to meet you anywhere. But something in me said, even though I didn't know what I was going to, I said, go out, go outside of yourself, go out. Do something unexpected. Your intentions are out there, just go. I didn't know it was a blind date. But it ended up being the most simplest relationship I've ever been in. We knew within a couple months. I was like, you wait, I'm like, dang, this is it, I'm done. Like, even though we didn't get married immediately, but you know. Because our vibration was here. When we talked, we said that we were both ready. We were both ready. We didn't want no okie doke. He's 5 years younger than me, so I was already like, so he came to me on some, we're going to date in reverse. I said, let's date in reverse. He's like, you know how we typically start dating a bunch of people, then we narrow it down? He said, let's date exclusively first. And if that don't work out, then we'll start dating other people. This young cat done got some game. Okay, I like it. But it worked. He was no different. He dated a bunch of, he's from Southside Chicago. I was in Atlanta. He was from Chicago. We met in Atlanta. Atlanta was out there for almost 9 years just to meet him. But it took time. I got to Atlanta, was partying, dating, also. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. The time is once you're ready. Until you get ready, then you better get ready. Because when it comes, you need to be ready. Because it might come. He might walk through that door right now. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I haven't lost the weight. Oh my God, I have the scarf on my head. Are you ready?
I do.
Are you ready or are you not? See, we don't get caught up in the how. Just know it's going to happen because you asked for it. That's all I'm saying. I could have said, well, I really wanted to be single a little bit more. I'm supposed to move to Belize. Caveat. My father-in-law, I'm from Belize.
Oh, wow.
I said, there goes my Belizean guy, right there. They're crazy Belizeans. Oh, dear God. Yes. So I'm just saying, just be ready. Don't set limits on when stuff should happen to you guys. Once you're ready, things happen. But don't worry about what it looks like. If you want $1 million, no matter if it comes from the lottery or no matter if it comes from hard work, as long as you're ready to maintain, you know. You understand what I'm saying? We asked for, you know what, I want to move to Jamaica and all this. Does it matter if you can't drive there. I'm saying, does it matter if you drive there, or if you get there on a private jet, or if you have to take 3 connecting flights, you're there. We get caught up in the wrong thing. Let's make this fun again. The universe is magical. Just, you know, I desire this. I've never been to Portland, but I'm here. With all the people I need to be here with, you know, because I had something else. It worked out. I had a couple events. It was great. Rainy, cold. But I'm here feeling warm. And I try to pack accordingly. But let's not get caught up in the house. Just be ready. Free from the past.
So keep getting up at 5:30 in the morning. Right? Girl. Salacious class.
Keep staying open. And you will know exactly what to do. We overthink. We have a tendency to overthink stuff too much. We overthink a lot. Well, what if this don't work? What if that don't work? You gotta just do it like Nike. Ain't Nike based in Portland? Hello. You gotta just do it. There ain't nothing we cannot bounce back from. Nothing. There's not a thing outside of death that we cannot bounce back from. So what are we waiting for? We torture ourselves living this kind of life. What if life? What if? While the people we admire living a just do it life. Right. All you gotta do is follow the people you admire. That's all you gotta do. But as for everybody you admire, we follow them, there's a whole group of people waiting to follow you. So you gotta do it, guys. I believe in all you guys. We can do this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Like I said, my book is a great guide. It's a simple read. The most amazing compliment I got was from a lady who said, I've spent money with a nutritionist and a psychologist, and nothing helped me more than your book. I cried because I wasn't going to write it. If I just didn't say yes, it wouldn't have been written. You know? Men are reading it, and I was surprised at that because I want the book for everybody. But men are reading it, One of my friends said, I thought I was just buying it to support you, but dang, you really onto something. Because this is something that plays everybody, especially men, because men don't get an outlet. Society don't give them a pass to cry, to grieve, to hurt. So to tell men, go in your doctor about what hurt you. My dad told me I would because blah, blah, blah. Dang. But to be able to go in and uproot that and realize my dad told me that because he was told that. And he was told that because his dad didn't know himself. I could stop that cycle. It does take a little work, but what don't take work? We all got, most of us here got hair. Hair takes work, man. I don't care what you got going on.
It takes a hairdresser.
Okay. But look, it takes her work, right? You know what I mean? Yes, I feel you. But the stuff, some of the stuff we want take work. We got to see that with everything. But it doesn't have to be not fun. If it's going towards what you want, embrace it. So that's what the well's about. Because if your well is empty, everything else you do on the outside is in vain. Everything. So the book has affirmations, stuff to support you through it. Written exercises, and I have dietary suggestions, nutrition suggestions, exercise. So when you're done with it, you're like, I can do this. I don't just talk and walk out. You have a solution now. You have support through your walk. We need to stop talking to hear ourselves, stop talk, and start supporting each other. That's what this is for. That's what I come to do this for. My groups, yesterday I talked in probably in front of 1,000 people, and this is, I would say, more important than that because I'm here, I'm talking with you guys, I'm feeling you guys. People sit through and they hear stuff to go through the motion because, you go to church on Sunday, you feel good, right? Sunday night, you feel good. By Monday, you feel like crap because it hit the surface. The people that have the most success in life and even in church are the ones that have the personal relationship with God. They talk. They sit in that quiet spot. They read and translate the Bible for themselves, and that's the word. That's why people translate the word so differently. You translate it based on what the pastor's saying or what you feel. Those are the people that have more success. So most successful people always have that alone time, that downtime. Always. So let's not avoid that. It's mandatory. Think about, like I said, what comes out of the dirt. If we want to be the rose out of concrete, we got to plant the seed. And now we just continue to be concrete. We don't want to keep getting hardened up by life. It's not meant to be that way. So I just want you guys to be empowered, to free yourself from the past, be inspired by the present, and trust the future. The future needs you to succeed, or else the creator just looks like a crazy person that just birthed all these crazies. The creator wants you to look good. You're his greatest work, So it starts with doing the work. That's why we got free will. So I need you to stop saying, I'm ready to get married, but I don't want no but unless it's this one. None.
Yeah, I gotta work on that.
That's all right. That'll come. That's the byproduct. Just you guys, encourage you guys to go in that dark closet, go in that space, start doing the work. So thank you guys for having me. If you're interested in the book, I will sign them. They're $15, and it comes with another little trinket in there. And they're also available on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. And I do have a. Okay. Yep, I have that. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being receptive. Thank you for saying yes to yourself. This is great information. I wish I had listened to or was quiet enough to hear it, but it happened at the right time. So can you imagine if our young girls get this information, our young boys?
If we would have got it a decade ago.
Don't you think they should be teaching this in school?
Yeah.
Listen to yourself 101.
Yeah. This is the information I'm gonna be feeding my son.
That's why we homeschool.
We
Yeah.
But it's a little different because I have kids that when I got them, they were already in the school system.
Yeah.
And now they're at the point they're going in high school, they like to socialize. They'll tell you themselves, I don't like what I learned. We have to be the one, we have to teach them Black history. They don't teach them in school. That's our responsibility to do it though. We have to tell them, my nephew, who I'm his legal guardian, he's never been vaccinated, never had a shot. So he go to school and telling people, I tell people I never got a shot and I don't never get sick. Oh, shut your mouth. But in his mind, that's all he knows is that because I tell him you have to investigate everything. You have to be an independent thinker. He's asked the teachers have asked me. Well, Kai came in a class today and talked about Black history. He wants to know why we don't talk about Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X. I was like, that's my boy. We teach him to defend himself. He has a little brother, Sebastian. They're 2 years apart. one kid was picking on Sebastian. Kai said, "You ain't finna mess with my brother." So the Kai pushed Kai. Kai told him, "Don't do that." The guy pushed him again. So in our household, put hands on you, put hands on you. Principal called me, and me and my husband, aunt, uncle, we in there. Well, you know, we told him, I said, just to let you know, you have your policy, we have ours. And we teach them your family's all you got, and you defend each other by any means necessary. So my question is, how are you going to discipline that child who intentionally and maliciously put hands on my kids? You can do what you want to here. He ain't getting in trouble at the house. Matter of fact, we'll probably go take him to get something to eat. Because he is learning how to survive outside the school system.
And outside of his parents.
And outside his parents. He knows his little brother and sister, I gotta have their back. He knows if anybody mess with his auntie, he's gonna put hands on them. He ain't number 5'3", 5'4". But he knows that because he sees that from his uncle, and he sees that from me. The school is not going to teach that. So whether you homeschool your kids or keep them in school, if you keep them in school, I understand. But just make sure you're teaching them life skills.
Life skills, yep.
You got to teach your kids, how you feeling, honey? What's wrong? You seem a little off. Pay attention. I'm not really feeling good. I'm feeling, okay, let's talk. Especially with our boys. This stuff that's happening with Kanye West is not for nothing. Kid Cudi admitting himself into a rehab center, that's not for nothing. A friend of mine just killed himself Tuesday. I'm dealing with that. That's not for nothing. Because we don't get, and he played in the NFL and everything. We don't give our brothers the opportunity to feel, to work through it. I've had men tell me, Sasha, thank you for this book. I'm not ashamed. I mean, he's on there. My dad's writing through my who's and why's and what. That's what I'm talking about. How are we going to help one another? We can't do it until we help ourselves. And once we help ourselves, then we can school these young people. Because this is what they need to be taught in school. Meditation, not a pledge of allegiance to a flag that's killing them off because they just walking down the street.
Our detention.
So back to internal wellness. But I'm just saying that even for the women, for our little girls too. Self-love. You know, I take my daughter to her dance class, and she was the only full black child in there. So that's why I have to make some moves. Product of the West Coast, right?
Yes.
And one girl, she had her hair, she had them a lot, but she had it in twists. And they had Spirit Week at the school. And one of the little girls said she thought it was Crazy Hair Day because Zoe came in and twisted her hair. My husband looked at me like, and I was like, can I say something, please? But she only know, well, her mama teacher. I'm not going to go off on a 4-year-old. She meant no harm. But I have to teach my child, our children, to counteract people's ignorance. Not mean, but in a nice way. Whatever she want to say. My black is beautiful. I'm a queen. She says all that stuff. I'd rather have her up here, and as a mother, bring her here, than have her down here and try to lift her up. That's a lot more work. That's a lot more work, especially for my chocolate child. That's a lot of work. You can't tell her nothing about herself. All of 4 years old. Mommy, I'm going to be an audition for the Nutcracker next year, and I'm going to make it because I'm a brown ballerina. And I said, that's right. And my husband's like, oh my gosh. But he don't understand as a woman what we got to do for ourselves.